Welcome back, everyone. And joining us now is Kristen Rama and Amy Cribbs, both veterans on the Children's Choice Awards and experts, if you will. So I thought, Amy, maybe you could start just giving us a little bit of background of how Children's Choice Awards started.
Sure. Children's Choice Awards started 3 years ago, but it started before that as a reading festival run out of the Allegheny Intermediate Unit. I'm from the Allegheny Intermediate Unit, which we serve the 42 school districts in Allegheny County, providing them with any needs that they have, and also being an intermediary between the Department of Education and the school districts. So out of the Intermediate Unit, we had a reading festival, and every year the reading festival was a themed event, and the students would read 3 or 4 books around a theme, and then come to a convention, and the theme would be the activities and the keynote speaker for the day. So 3 years ago, we partnered with the Allegheny County Library Association to start a new program called the Children's Choice Awards, and so this will be our 3rd year.
So the reading festival actually started how many years ago?
That must have started at least 10 years ago, yes, a long time ago.
Okay. So, Kristen, when you came on board with the idea then and you kind of approached all the libraries, we were very excited to take part, and so Bethel Park is in its 3rd year as well. Sure. But what made you kind of want to partner with
I think it's a natural fit for libraries. I mean, there's all kinds of book awards that go on nationally, and I thought we should have one for Allegheny County. And it fit right in with what they're doing, and it gave some life to that program, because these books are books that are published so the books that we have now are published in 2013, so they're new books, they're popular books, they're books that kids want to read, so they're excited about it. So it gave a little bit of a new dimension, and the libraries were like, yeah, that's what we do, so that's how it kind of came to be.
So besides the actual award itself, once we partnered together, how does it differ from the Reading Festival to what it is today? Sure. Can you talk a little bit about the activities that...
Sure, so the online component, or the kind of non-event component, is the kids reading the books. So those are 3rd through 6th graders. They vote for the books. You've talked about this before. But we also have an event where the school districts are invited to come. Last year we had it at the Carnegie Library of Homestead. At that event we have a keynote speaker. Because the books are kind of all different, we do different activities on different years. We have, last year we had the kids do an activity where they designed their ideal library, and they got videotaped with the Hear Me project. We've had storytellers. What else? We had
Battle of the Books every year.
How can I forget? Amy is the MC of the Battle of the Books. We do a little mini Battle of the Books, and she has these little remote controls, and the kids love them, and they get a plaque for their school and a plaque for their public library, which I think is a cool tie-in. They get to see it in both places.
Does it get rather competitive?
It does. It really does. They love that. It's probably kind of the highlight for the kids who like to compete.
They do, and they know how to arrange their team, because they work in teams of 4, to make sure that each member of their team has read at least one of the books, so that they will be able to answer the questions. Right.
They do, and the winning team, and they usually get some signed books. We get some books signed by the authors of Children's Choice, so it's a fun prize.
Yeah, I was just curious, because I was thinking about adding a Battle of Books component to our event that we do in May, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But go ahead, Christine.
I was just going to say, so who is the keynote speaker this year?
He is Jonathan Auxier. He is a Pittsburgh author. He wrote Peter Nimble and His Fantastic Eyes, and he has another book coming out around the same time as the May 8th Children's Choice event, which is going to be at Soldiers and Sailors this year during the day. So we saw him a few months ago, and he is a master yo-yo person. I don't know what you call yo-yo master. Yo-yo master. So he speaks while he's yo-yoing. I think the kids are going to love him. He's great. He's a very smart guy, very fun. So we're excited.
Yes, we're thrilled to have him come to Bethel Park as well. So
exciting.
Good. So anything else that you want to add? Because we had a great response the first year, a very similar response the second year, and our numbers have dwindled. So that's why I actually invited you guys on the show, because I'm really hoping to increase our participation here in Bethel Park. So if you had to give one piece of advice to our viewers, like why they should participate in CCA, what would you tell them?
I would say that I don't want, Amy, if you want to chime in, feel free. I don't want to hog the talking, but I think that it's a way for kids to connect with other kids all across Allegheny County. And RC's Clubhouse is the website. It's www.rcs www.rcsclubhouse.org. That's where you can vote. But we're also planning some kind of little like online contests going on at the same time. So things like making a video and sharing it or doing a book review, and we'll highlight those on the website. And kids from all over Allegheny County and teachers will be able to see what you've done. So it's a really great way to connect with other students.
Yeah. Plus, it gives kids a voice. I mean, get out there and read your books and tell everybody what your favorite book is.
Yes, I mean it's Children's Choice Awards, so the kids pick the winner. It's not a committee of librarians or teachers saying what kids should read. It's what they want to read and what they like.
Perhaps, Elaine, we should employ the green slime like Nickelodeon, with their Children's
I would
Choice.
support
Maybe
that.
we get the kids to come.
I would support that.
If we had the green slime poured on our heads, perhaps.
Jonathan Oxy, he would love that.
He would probably be very into that. I'll give him a
think.
call after this and say, I'll be like, we're going to slime you.
Those are great ideas, and I think the one reason that I loved it and that I wanted to participate in it 3 years ago is because you're not only encouraging these kids to read these books, but you're getting them talking about the books.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what's going on, and getting them to really read and look into what they're reading and to discuss the books with their peers.
And what makes a good book? I mean, I think that's a good lesson for kids to think about is, why do you like a book? It's a lot of people want to just say, oh, I loved it, it was great, but why? What about it? And it helps them, explore what they'll like in the future too.
Right, find new books. I know as a young reader, I could never, that was one of my difficulties, was finding books that I loved, and this gives them a chance to check out new authors.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we do try to choose, because the list is so long, and I've told my viewers before, the list is so long that we help in narrowing that list down to 8. And when we do that, the committee is very cautious to pick a wide variety, right? There are different genres. So I think it is neat, it's not, they're not all fantasy, they're not all historical fiction, there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Really appreciate it.
Visit RC's Clubhouse. Check out the books that are there, and hopefully, we will hear from you and hear your votes and enjoy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks.